and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a 20-minute full body HIIT workout. I hope you enjoy, so please remember to like and subscribe down below to let me know if you do. We're going to be doing 30 seconds of work and resting 30 seconds between each movement, and I'll be demonstrating the movements before we start. Here's your first demonstration. We're doing a push-up and then doing 4 mountain climbers. You can do the push-up on your hands and toes just like I did, or if the push-up is too hard, go to your knees to do the push-up, then pop back onto your toes for the plank and do your 4 mountain climbers. We're going to start in a few seconds. And we're done. Great job with that first exercise. Now we're moving on to the second. I'll demonstrate first. We're going to do a squat and then touch our opposite hand to our opposite toe. So first we're squatting low and then touching the hand to the toe. You can keep your knee bent or straighten your leg, whichever is easier for you. And if you want a challenge, pick up the pace. We're going to start in just a few seconds. Awesome job. All right, catch your breath while I demonstrate the next exercise. We're going to be on the floor in a reverse tabletop position. So how do we get into that? First, we start by sitting. Then you're going to point your fingers either out toward the mat or directly behind you. I like out toward the mat a little better. Then push up into a tabletop position, and from here, you're going to touch your opposite hand to your opposite toe. You can dip your torso a little lower if this is too difficult, and you can also touch your knee if the toe is too hard to touch. All right, here we go. Awesome work, you guys. All right, our next exercise, we're going to be on our hands and knees in a tabletop position. We're going to be doing some pointing dogs, pointing the opposite hand and the opposite leg out, and then we're going to pulse them or tap them to the ground, whichever you'd like to refer to that motion as. But basically, you can see we're raising our arm and our leg at the same time. If this is too difficult, you can also just raise the leg, like I'm demonstrating here. All right, here we go. Okay, great job, guys. Now we're going to repeat the same exercise using the other arm and leg. So again, we start in a tabletop, straighten the arm and leg, and we're lifting them up and bringing them down at the same time, just barely touching the floor. And again, if this is too hard for you, you can just pump the leg up and down. Try to keep your core tight. Y'all are doing great. All right, catch your breath while I explain the next exercise. This time we're going back onto our back, so you'll start in a seated position and then lay down all the way, and you're gonna bring your feet in and toward the outside of your mat. So you want a little less than a 45-degree angle with your knees, and then you're gonna lift up, pushing through your heels, and do an abduction, meaning that you're pivoting on your heels and bringing your knees out. If the abduction is too hard, you can also just do this without it. All right, here we go. Awesome job. Okay, catch your breath again, and I'm going to explain the next one. We're going to be doing a squat with a side step, and the side step is going to imitate the open part of a jumping jack. So you'll go down into a squat, then step to the side and bring your arms up, then down and do the other side. All right, we're starting in just a few seconds. And let's go. Great job, you guys. We just have 2 more exercises to do of this round, and then we'll repeat the whole thing. Our next exercise is a push-up to a back extension. So you'll start in a push-up at the top, you'll drop down and let your body fall to the ground, then you'll raise your arms and legs at the same time and push back up, just like so. And if being in the actual push-up position is a little too hard, you can drop your knees and do a knee push-up, then do the same kind of back extension at the bottom. Great job. We're almost done with the first half, and then we'll get a minute rest after this exercise. The last thing we're going to do is go back to our reverse tabletop. So first I'm straightening out my mat, but then you're going to find reverse tabletop with your fingers pointing toward the mat, and from here you're going to drop your hips and swing them through. Your butt and thighs should not touch the floor. All of that pressure should be in your shoulders. All right, awesome job. Now we get an entire minute to rest. When we start back up, we'll be starting with our push-ups to mountain climbers. Now we're resuming our workout with push-ups to mountain climbers, so walk out into a plank to get started. Again, remember that if the push-up is too hard, you can drop to the knees. Great job! Now we're going to move on to our squat to toe touch. So again, we're going to start with a squat. Go as deep as you can go and put your pressure through your heels. Then you'll touch your opposite hand to your opposite foot and come back into the squat. And again, if this is not challenging enough at this pace, you can always pick up the pace. We'll start in just a few seconds. Alright, now we get to catch our breaths while I demonstrate the next exercise. Now we're going back to our reverse tabletop toe touches. So you'll get into a reverse tabletop position and then touch your opposite hand to your opposite foot. Here I'm showing how you can dip lower in the torso if you need to. Alright, rest up because we're starting in a few seconds. Great job! Now we're going to move on to my favorite. We're doing the pointing dog pulses. So we'll get into a regular tabletop position on our hands and knees, then lift your opposite hand and opposite foot at the same time. So the leg and arm are staying straight and moving up and down together. If it's too hard to move both the arm and leg, again, just focus on moving that leg and activating your glute. Awesome job, you guys. All right, let's catch our breath and let's get ready to do the same thing on the other side. So again, we're doing a pointing dog pulse. We're pointing the other arm now and its opposite leg, keeping them straight and raising them and lowering them at the same time. We're gonna start in about 10 seconds. Alright guys, you're doing great. We just have 5 more exercises, so keep pushing through. Next we're doing glute bridges with abductions. So you'll get on your back, bring your feet to the outsides of your mat, bring your knees a little closer, and push through your heels to lift your hips. While you're in the air, you'll abduct, meaning that you'll pivot from the heels to open your knees. If the abduction is too difficult, just stick with doing the glute bridge motion. Great job! Now catch your breath, because from here we're moving into our squat with side step. So here I'll demonstrate it for you again. We'll start with a regular squat. Try to go as deep as you can and really put your pressure in your heels instead of your toes. Then coming out of the squat, you'll step out to the side and raise your arms. And you'll look like you're in the top part of a jumping jack. Alright, we're starting in just a few seconds. Awesome. All right, now we're on our third to last exercise. We're doing a push-up with a back extension. So again, we'll start on the floor in a plank. You'll drop yourself to the ground controlled, then you'll lift your arms and legs. Now, if the push-up is too hard to do on your feet, you can always do it on your knees. All right, we're starting in a few seconds. Keep pushing through. You're almost done. Great job. All right, second to last exercise now. We're doing our reverse tabletop swings. So we're getting back into that reverse tabletop position from earlier. Fingers are pointing to the outsides of your mat. Pressure in your legs is going through your heels, and you're swinging through using your shoulders to hold your body off the ground. If it is too difficult to stay off the ground the whole time, you can drop at the bottom and then pick yourself back up into reverse tabletop. All right, let's get started. Awesome job, you guys. We just have one more exercise for this workout. We're going to be doing 100, so you'll start seated, push your torso back, and engage your core. Your knees will be bent, and if you can, pick your feet up off the ground so they're hovering like shown. If you can't do that, you can leave them on the floor. From here, you'll be pumping your arms at your sides as fast as you can, and if you can't do the arm pump without losing balance, don't worry, just try to hold this position. All right, let's go. Pushing through. We're almost done with this workout. A few more seconds. And we're done. All right, congratulations for making it through this entire 20-minute full body HIIT workout. I hope you enjoyed this workout and you got something out of it. I'm sure you did because I definitely felt it. So, just in case you aren't already subscribed, make sure you remember to do so and like this video so you don't miss any more of my content. I'll see you next time at Julia Weaver Fitness. Bye!